So here we are. Thought we'd give a bit of an update. We've not had much signal over the past week or so. Give us a wave, Gabriella. We're in Uzbekistan. A few days ago came through the border from Kazakhstan into Uzbekistan. Just cycling through the desert. So I haven't really seen anything but camels. Weather's extremely hot. It's hard to get water, but we've managed. I suppose the longest part has been from the border of Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. We had to cycle almost 400 kilometres to the next town, which is a place called Nukus. Here we are today, heading to trying to think of the name of the place. Urgench, is it, Gabriella? Urgench. We're on the Silk Road. We'll be going to a place called Kaiva, and then after that we've got about 1,000 kilometres to do in the desert. These roads are really bad, by the way. Take a look. Really slows you down, this. Holes. It's worse than a cobbled road. So it really slows you down. So yeah, today we should get to a place called Kaiva, which is one of the famous old cities on the Silk Road. From there, next place we're heading to is a place called Bukhara, and then Samarkand, something like that. So yeah, 1,000 kilometres to go until we reach Tajikistan, where we're heading for the Pamir Highway. More big holes coming up. The scenery has actually improved over the last few days, because we was just in typical sandy desert with camels, but at the moment, if I can show you, we have little bits of green stuff. There's lots of cars, lots of wagons. Everywhere there's people selling watermelons, so that's great again. And you can't find any water, eat a watermelon. Can't stand them myself, but it does the job. Hello. Hello. One of the few good things about cycling in the desert is it's very easy to camp. You can literally just stop anywhere and put your tent up. There's nowhere to hide because there's nothing. You can't even find anywhere to shade from the sun. So we tend to put like a tarpaulin up between the bikes and shelter under that. Because we're cycling, I don't know, about 100 kilometres a day now. It's between 60-70 miles, sometimes more if we need to. We're trying to stop every 10 miles. That's the plan, to cool down. So every 10 miles, you stop, get in the shade. Makes it a long day, so there's nothing else to do, and there's nothing here. The desert is a very boring place, so hopefully it'll get a bit more interesting when we see these famous old cities on the Silk Road. Because apart from that, just can't wait to get to Southeast Asia. I'd say these roads are so bad. Call it the Silk Road. Not so silky. Kazakhstan was interesting. There seemed to be more camels in Kazakhstan, but that was all there was in Kazakhstan. Didn't see anything else. So the Silk Road, what do we think so far? Boring. To be honest, we don't know nothing about the Silk Road other than it's just boring. It's just miles and miles of nothing. So imagine miles and miles of nothing other than cut up roads, hot temperatures, and I wouldn't even call it a desert really. It's more like wasteland. Just dirty wasteland. Lots of traffic. We've seen lots of other bloggers putting stuff on Facebook and Instagram of just a photograph of the Silk Road. Yeah, there's some little nice old ancient cities, but 95% of the Silk Road, but they post just the nice pictures. What we like to do is tell the truth. There's just nothing here. You'll spend weeks just travelling through, or travelling over bad roads. What you don't ever see as well on these pretty pictures that people post and videos is this really busy road. It's just endless traffic, wagons, cars, hooting the horns. Don't get me wrong, the people are lovely. They're saying hello to you all the time by hooting their air horns in your ear. But come on, there's better places than this. We just so happen to have to come through here to get to China. But I'm sure there's some more highlights coming up other than camels. Someone said to me, stale bread and horse meat. That's exactly what it is. Stale bread and horse meat. Great for the diet. Some of you may have read the books or watched the documentaries on the famous old Silk Road. Well, that was then. That was the history when the camels used to walk this way with all the stuff, your carpets, you name it. Not anymore. When we get to Chiva, then Bukhara and Samarkand, they're three ancient villages, cities, whatever you want to call them. And that's it, they're just some buildings in the desert. And you've got to cycle, or however you plan to travel, thousands of kilometres to see three areas. Tell you what, I wouldn't bother. This would have been a much nicer place all them years ago when it was the real Silk Road, when it was just camels walking up it. Yeah, that'd be more of a pleasurable experience than this. So whatever it says in your books, if you read them, that was way back when. That's why it's history. This is now. So this is the first building we've seen in many miles. That'll be a tea room. I'm alright for tea at the moment. I'm all teed out. Hello! There's Mr. Melon Man. You can get plenty of melons in the stands, which does come in handy when you can't get any water. So Gabriella's just behind me. We try and meet up every 10 miles when we try and find some shade, which is rare.